I think sometimes when you go to an event like this, you actually feel retarded. Because I don't mean like the opportunities, well, maybe because of the opportunities that you've missed, but because you're actually not doing anything. And then you even feel more retarded and you don't even think that you can go out there and do it because it's a bit, if you're feeling a little bit scared, it's okay, it's how we all start. So, Alio, welcome. The one thing that's really important though is what's changed. Yes, I put in a marketing system. That's great, that's awesome. And that's what you guys at the beginning said, I want to put in a marketing system. I want to learn some marketing. I think someone said up the front earlier. What's really changed is the way that I think. Now, that's what's the most important thing about doing a marketing system and putting it in place. It's the way that you think about things. So, explaining that, we're sitting and we're freaking out, like freaking out. We've got bills, this, that, and the other, and we're sitting here on the lounge going, "What a quiet night. What are we going to do?" So we're looking at the restaurant, and I'm looking at Ashley, he's looking at me, and we'd started the coaching process, and things had started to go better. But what we noticed was, or what came out of a conversation, and I picked up my phone and I rang Howard and I said, "You know what? We pay rent for a 24-hour period. 365 days a year. I'm open nights, closed on Sundays, and I take most of my bookings, and I don't know about you guys, but between 6 and 9. So if I asked you to invest in a business that pays rent for 24 hours in the day, you only take order for 3, and for the rest of the time you feel absolutely useless, so you've still got bills. Also takes your staff an entire day to get ready. It's a little, like, would you invest? Yeah, exactly. Straight up, I wouldn't. It's stupid. So there's 21 hours in the day there that we're sitting there not taking any revenue, and we're just sitting here scratching our heads going, okay, so what I mean about the way that you think, well, what are we going to do? We need to get people in here over lunchtime, and you might even have more of a chance than us in Coogee at a lunchtime. I'm sorry, I don't know if you've seen what goes on around here over lunchtime. Every cafe's full and every restaurant's empty. We closed lunches, so there was no way I was going to reopen lunches. So when we were sitting here, we'd done some corporate cooking schools, and we decided to do cooking school. So from humble beginnings, we opened our restaurant of a daytime in our kitchen. We didn't buy anything for this. We didn't buy one thing. We've done, have a guess, how many people in nearly 2 years through the cooking school? Throw it out there, someone. 1,000 times 7, times 7, 7,000, close to 7,000 we've done in the 2 years. Now, working on, some of them are sold at a high point, and some of them I give away a discount and do it through a group buying site. So let's just work on the lowest of the figures. So I get $59 for the cooking school, times 7,000. It's all right, isn't it?
We're a long way away, so we're a destination place. We're not cheap. So we have to give an offer to get them in. Obviously, we sign up to everything we can whenever we go out, just to see what other people are doing, same as you all should do. But I had an email the other day from a restaurant in DY that said if I came along and I bought another 3 friends, I'm a restaurateur, so I don't actually have friends, but if we had a table of 4, I'd get a complimentary dessert. I couldn't wait to get on the phone and book the table. So, and that was in an email. So I couldn't see the point of sending it out, because why would I go to this restaurant? And it was just a restaurant, it's nothing too fantastic, but it's nice, and we've been there, and the view's lovely, and sit on the deck and eat some cheese and have a glass of wine. But I didn't need to find 4 people to go there to get a free dessert. So our offer for our birthdays, and again, keep this relative to where you are. Remember, our main course is around $40, so whatever you're doing, just think relative. When we give out our birthday cards, we send out our birthday card. Our degustation, 7-course degustation, costs $140. We send out, come in, and basically it's buy one, get one free. So you get 7-course degustation menu on your birthday, as long as one other person on your table is also having 7-course degustation. And you would think to yourself, giving away $140? Degustation's not about food, degustation's about labour. I've got plenty of labour, cost me, $15,000 a week. So I've got lots and lots of labour. So to me, the labour cost is 0. Degustation food components are just smaller components of what you've already got on your menu, so I'm not offering anything special. I'm not buying anything else in. It's sitting there anyway, and it works. Because I'm not having people come in and say, I'll get a main... And we have tried the main course thing, and what tended to happen, you get two ladies come in, they sit down, they both have a main course, complain about buying water, didn't want a side, ask for bread as soon as they sit down, you know what, no complimentary wine, and leave. So for my $40 giveaway, I was lucky to get $40 back. For my $140 degustation, quite often they'll have the matching wines. Matching wines are $65 a head. So if they both have matching wines and one of them has the degustation, I'm up into the $250 a table already. It's not unusual for a birthday card to come in. The one person brings one card, it's a table of 6, they all have degustation, they all have matching wines. One card brings in a $900 table. If we want to put on an event in 2 weeks' time for a Saturday night, we can fill it. So if we're having a bad month and we need to say, well, this month needs to improve, what do we need to do? Let's have an event. So we can have an event, it doesn't matter what it is, make one up, wine dinner, whatever it is, we can fill that event. We can also, with our database, target when we want people in the restaurant. I don't want to sell days where I have a wait list, because people want to come and they want to pay full whack.
I've put an email blast out saying that I was going to be offering this deal. It's coming up, be ready. I think I said it's going to come out on Wednesday. I gave them all the information that they needed on the email blast to start with, so they knew what it was. I got really fussy about the fine print. I wanted them to know exactly what they were going to get. So there was no ifs, buts, maybes. You can only use it at this time. It does expire. So I sent it out and I said, well, you can phone me on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week only, and then it's over, it's done. And on the first day, well anyway, my head was spinning, the phone didn't stop ringing, so I think within 3 days just from doing this and I took all the credit card details, and I took $15,000 in the 3 days, and that's before anybody had actually come in and spent any money.
And she charged them for postage to post the vouchers out to them as well.
$4. That was a lot of work though, it wasn't. It was and it wasn't. For me, it was not. I thought for $15,000 it wasn't a lot of work. It was 3 days on the telephone.
Because we have a relationship with these people which we've built via our database and ongoing connection with them, giving them birthday prizes and anniversaries and celebrating life events with them, when they get one of these, they feel compelled to spend more. Same thing happens, birthdays and anniversaries, we send out birthday cards and anniversary cards. Again, one of those times when I didn't listen to Howard. Suburban Cafe, what are the chances that you would take your loved one for your special anniversary to a suburban cafe? I said to Howard, if Brian took me to a place like this, we would have a problem. He said, send out the bloody anniversaries. So it took me 4 years to learn. This year we started sending out anniversaries. It would appear people like to come and celebrate with us. It would appear we are an anniversary destination. Who knew? We are not our customer, which is one of the other things I think is probably the most important thing. If I could tattoo one thing across my forehead that Howard's taught me is I am not my customer. You need to think like a business person. You need to think like an entrepreneur. You need to think about, is this going to make me money or not? What's the end result I'm after? Not, do I like this? Would I fill in a form? Would I open the mail? Would I go to a cafe for an anniversary dinner? You try it, you can track it, and you can see if it works. And it's very obvious. At the end of the month, you tally up, you just have your staff. In our case, we work on a paper system. We're not even sophisticated enough to have point of sale. So they staple dockets and till tapes to the anniversary letter that the customers bring in. And somebody sits down when we're quiet and tallies them up. And our spend on those is higher than our average normal transaction.
Social media thing, I'd set up on Twitter, I said, what about we do a rib fest? And a lot of people said, wow, that's a great idea. We did the first one, it worked quite well. And since then, what we do is we do it on State of Origin night. So on most state of origin nights, people are pretty empty, but we have 5 screens up. We usually do about 200 people. It's $45 all you can eat ribs, and then $8 for craft when we have a whole lot of different craft beers. And the funny thing is that we actually get a better average spend at a rib fest than we do most nights. Because people think, oh, it's $45 all you can eat. But, you know, half a kilo of ribs is about the limit for most people. I mean, there's some people who, you know, we do get the professional eaters in. But on the whole, it's about 750 grams for a person. And then everybody just smashes through the craft beer, which is great. Anyway, when we did this one, I think this was the one where we had the wrong details. This was last year, sorry, excuse me. This was last year about this time. And we had, yeah, I don't think so. So we sent it out, it had the wrong date on it. We sold 140 seats in 12 hours. Actually, we sold more than that, didn't we? Oh, yeah. Sold 260 seats and we had a 50-person wait list. And it had the wrong, I mean, it was just atrocious, really. But that was because I didn't send it to these guys to proofread. Sometimes I get an idea and I'm like, yeah! And, you know, hopeless.
But that was the night when Sydney flooded. So Sydney was absolutely flooded. I was there that night. I drove away. Every single restaurant in Crow's Nest bar his was closed. And he had 260 in.
Over the last 8 years, we've worked with thousands of restaurateurs across Australia to help them to have more money, more time and less stress from their restaurants. We've helped clients to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars year after year after year, extra additional to what they were making before they started working with us. As you can see from that video, just 5 of my clients have made over $800,000 extra from just applying a few of the strategies. Well, that was a video from the last seminar that we did in Sydney. And we're coming to Melbourne in February, on February the 18th. We've been asked many times, why don't we bring the seminar back to Melbourne? So we're coming back to William Anglis on the 18th of February, and we'd love to see you there. If you've been to one of our events before, you will know that there's a lot that goes on. There's some great people that you get to know and meet from the restaurant industry. There's tons of strategies that you can pick up, take home, and use straight away to make more money. And there's also an opportunity to talk to those restaurateurs that you've seen on the videos to find out what they've been doing and how they applied it, so you too can apply it to your restaurant and make more money, have less stress from your business and have more time to enjoy what you want to enjoy from your business instead of being a prisoner in it. If you've not been to one of our events before, you're in for a great time, a great surprise. But I must say, the last time that we did come to Melbourne, we sold out. We had 90 restaurateurs there, so these things sell out fast. So make sure that you book yourself a place. Bring your partner, because it's great to have both of you there to brainstorm new ideas so you can take it away with you and put it into action straight away in your business so you do make more money immediately. So book yourself a place now, click the button below, and if you do it straight away, you might find that there's a discount there for you too. So I'd love to see you at William Anglis very soon. Make sure you book immediately, and I look forward to helping you to make more money and have more time in your business too.